As we have already covered the datum and the types of datum in Creo Parametric, I will not be covering the sketching datums again because the functionality of this datum and the global datum is similar to each other, but we have a difference in center line which is seen in the sketching category. So just let me try to show you what is the other type of center line which is available for us, and that is the center line tangent. So let me just try to show you by sketching the circle of some diameter or radius, say it is something around 20, and let me try to create another circle of something around 20 yet again, and I can just modify the distances between the centers if I wanted to modify it, and I just want to continue with the same. So the general conventional center line is just a horizontal, straight line which we can create with any angles as desired at any location as desired, right? So a center line with a tangent is something different. We can create a center line which is in tangent to the entities. So this is especially used for curved surfaces where we can have where there is a possibility of creating a tangent line. Okay, so let me just click on center line and tangent, and let me the Creo is giving us a suggestion over here to select the start location on arc, circle or ellipse, right? So let me start my tangent line from here, and let me go to the end location, and it automatically understands and stops at the location which is tangent. Okay, so you can see it is stopping at this point. Let me just click the left click, and there it is. I got a reference line, and this is the tangent to both the entities, and this way I can just work with my sketch. So this is about the center line, which is the tangent center line. Okay, so let us try to go to the other options in editing. Let me delete the total sketches. So the first option what we are finding in the editing option is the modify option. I have already discussed about this. If I have a coordinate system and I have a line which is originating from the center and it is just stopping at this particular location, and the distance is something around 150. Okay, and generally if I want to modify, so far I am using a technique of clicking on the dimension itself, double clicking on the dimension, and I am just modifying the dimension as desired. Okay, but there is another option for us. We can modify the dimension by clicking on the modify option, and before that we have to select the dimension which we want to modify and select on modify. So automatically we'll be getting a window. We can just modify over here itself. So this is not generally used, but there is an option. We just have to be aware of all the options. See the modification on the line, and let me change it to a little higher numbers, 200 units. You can see the screen and you can see the line, it has been modified 200 units. So this is something about modification or modify option in the editing category. Now what is the divide option? Dividing is nothing but splitting the line segment into multiple line segments. Okay, and let me just click on the divide option, and I can divide the total line by n number of small segments. Okay, you can see as soon as I've tapped on the divide option, my cursor is actually changing to a black color, and I'm getting a cross mark where I can stop it at the particular line segment at any location. If I want the line to be divided into exactly two halves, I am getting a position at the midpoint, and if I just click over there, my line will be divided into 2 points, that is 2 segments, the segment 1 and segment 2. You can see there is a division of the line, right? I can divide the line into n number of segments, say 1, 2, 3, and on this side, and again and again and again. So this division can happen n number of times. This is the way you can divide the line, and you can vary the segment distances with each other also. So this is the way the division or the divide option is used. So let me delete the line. Let me delete the complete coordinate system as well. And let me show you what is mirror. So let me draw a center line first. Okay, and let me just try to draw an example of a rectangle, a corner rectangle. I want the complete rectangle which is placed on the left hand side of the center line at a distance of 33 units. I want this total rectangle to be placed exactly on the right hand side of the center line. So a basic option is to just click on rectangle and try to create a rectangle on this side, and try to see that the distance between the center line and the rectangle on the right hand side is equal to the distance between the center line and the rectangle on the left hand side. But this is not the right way which we can proceed with. We have an option called mirror. So whatever feature you want to mirror, you just have to select the feature. So in this case I'm referring to feature because most of the work which we are doing in Creo will be three-dimensional work, right? So there you cannot tell a rectangle or a circle always. You have to refer the term called features, because different geometries have different features. Like for example, if you consider a car, you have side view mirrors on both the sides. So side view mirror is a feature in the total geometry, and it is placed on both the sides, symmetric to the vertical axis. And imagine if you're designing a car with a side view mirror as the basic feature in the total car, and if you want to mirror that feature on the right hand side, you have to use the mirror option. So in that case you have to select the feature first, as I'm selecting the rectangle in this case. Then you have to click on the mirror option. As soon as you click on the mirror option, Creo is giving a notification to select a center line, and let me click on the center line. As soon as I'm clicking on the center line, I'm having the same feature on the right hand side. So this is the way mirror option is used. You can again mirror both the things. Let me try to mirror them in different way. So let me try to select both the features. Let me click on mirror, select the horizontal center line. There it is. So the distance between the upper two features and the lower two features is similar. So this is the way mirror option is used. So let me try to explain what is a corner. So for that, let me try to show you. Let me create a sketch of line, sample line segments in this way. So pardon my chicken scratch. Okay, and I have this two line segments which is having an inclination with each other, and some distances. Okay, I'm not bothered about the distances right now because I'm trying to explain you the functionality of the corner option in the editing segment. So whenever I want this particular two lines to form a corner, so I have to delete this segment, this line, and I have to delete this region of the line. Okay, then I will be having a line in this fashion, in the cross fashion, okay, slanted fashion. So let me just try to show you the corner option. I have to click on corner. So it is nothing but selecting of two entities to trim the extra portion of the entity. Select the first line, select the second line. There it is. The additional region has been trimmed off. So this is the function of corner option. And I have already discussed about the delete segment. I can either delete the total sketch segment by segment, or you can just try to scratch it completely, and you can just delete the total sketch or segments which are available. So these are the options which are present in editing. So let me conclude the video over here, and in the next video let us discuss about the constraints.